When a wildfire begins, you might see planes just like these, scooping up hundreds of gallons of water and dropping them over the flames. It's a system that takes massive amounts of training to perfect, and the Oregon Department of Forestry wants to make sure things run as smoothly as possible this fire season. A pair of Air Tractor 802s. Normally used for agriculture, now preparing for the worst case scenario.
More so now than at any time in my career, the wildland fire environment is changing.
Employees from the Oregon Department of Forestry and the Hillsborough and Clackamas fire departments got the chance to see these planes in action in the sky and on the ground to learn how they work and how to communicate with pilots during a wildfire about where exactly to drop the water.
So we have to put ourselves in their shoes and try to describe it the best way possible for them to understand what it is that we want.
Sometimes you have to interpret what they're saying as like, I think he really wants this. You go in there and give them a drop and see if we're all on the same page.
A number of elements make it harder every year for these crews to do their jobs.
Increase in fire activity and decrease in personnel. It's like really hard to find pilots right now, and I'm also understanding the same for ground resources.
In with record high temperatures in early July, these just continue to compound, and as we get into later in the summer, things are going to get hot and dry and continue to elevate in fire danger.
The Oregon Department of Forestry tells us they're not expecting this fire season to be worse than years past, but they know flames are unpredictable.
My boss always says, ask me in October and I'll tell you how fire season went.
Carly Olson, Fox 12 Oregon.
Either way, I'm scared. I'm scared of all this.
Many busy intersections in Salem now feature traffic cameras for the Salem Police Speed Enforcement Program. On Monday, Salem Police added speed detecting cameras at two high-volume intersections, Mission Street and 25th Street Southeast, and at Commercial Street and Marion Street Northeast. Here are the other four intersections with the cameras. Salem Police say 4 of them capture red light and speed violations. Mary has lived in the area for 11 years. She says she crosses Mission Street and 25th every day.
I have to be on guard because these cars don't want to stop for you, and they just keep on trying to go and running red lights, and I hate it. I hate it.
She recalls the time she crossed the street using a walker and fell.
I was on a walker and I fell right in the middle of the road, and those cars didn't want to stop. They wanted to just keep on going, and I'm laying in the middle of the road.
After a month of warnings issued in July, any speeders the cameras catch going 11 miles per hour over the posted limit will face citations.
It's scary because I don't know if I'm going to get hit. Something tragic could happen, so I'm scared of it.
Police say they've dealt with 14 traffic deaths in Salem this year so far, already surpassing last year's total of 12 and only half the time.
They don't care if it's a disabled person, an elder person, or anything. So hopefully it's going to be better now.
Happy Pride!
This is our second year coming to the Beaverton Pride Parade.
The sound of cheers and the vibrant colors of the rainbow filled the air on Sunday in downtown Beaverton, bringing Tracy Lortz and her kids down to the sidewalk for the parade and vendors.
I think it's great to just share with them the importance of being true to yourself and living authentically and just sharing love between everyone, no matter who they are.
But the real icing on the cake?
As you two see the rings on your finger, you are promising to not just love each other, but to honor each other.
12 weddings given for free at the Beaverton Library.
We thought that having it at Pride would be the perfect event, and I'm thrilled to say that we had overwhelming response.
All couples were welcome, with some just starting out.
It's just really cool to be able to celebrate, especially during Pride Month, because that's like the biggest, love day there is.
And others renewing a vow they made years ago.
I promise to love you.
I promise to love you.
Honor you.
Honor you.
And respect you.
And respect you.
When loving one another was harder to celebrate.
When we got married, we were part of one of the first times that it was legal in California. And it was this very short window of time in which it was legal. Then we were worried that our marriage was going to be taken away after that. And thankfully, things fell into place as they should.
With many still nervous to celebrate their identities, it was a day to make sure love was embraced, however it might look.
I think it's important on a local level that as a city, we don't just talk about these rights and that we make sure that it actually is accessible and that we demonstrate with our actions that you're welcome welcome no matter who you are.
It's so nice for so many couples to be able to marry these days legally and not have to worry about what we had to worry about.
Congratulations.
Carly Olson, Fox 12 Oregon.